house, living in the log cabin that was near our parking lot today. Around the time that Mr. Harding built this house, he was becoming very involved in thoroughbred racing. Eventually, Belle Meade would become famous for the high-quality racing horses bred here. In 1853, Mr. Harding's son, William Giles Harding, enlarged the house to the size it is today. This porch we are standing on was a part of that expansion of the house. Not long after the house was expanded, conflict between the northern and southern states became more serious. The Civil War broke out in 1861. William Giles Harding donated a lot of money to the Southern Army and was an outspoken Confederate. When the Union Army captured Nashville in 1862, William Giles Harding and several other important wealthy men from the city were and spent most of the years in Michigan. By 1864, Mr. Harding was back at Belle Meade and the war had come back to Tennessee. The Battle of Franklin happened on November 30th, 1864, and was a devastating defeat for the Confederate Army. The mistress of Belle Meade Plantation was Elizabeth McGavock Harding, and her family lived at Carton Plantation in Franklin. After the Battle of Franklin was complete, their home at Carton quickly became a field hospital for the wounded and dying soldiers. Mrs. Harding pleaded with the officials in Nashville to allow her family at Belle Meade Plantation to take a wagon load of bandages and supplies across the enemy line to her family home at Carton. If you visit Carton today, you can still see the bloodstains on the floor of Mrs. Harding's childhood home. A few weeks later, the fighting continued in Nashville. The Battle of Nashville happened on December 15th and 16th, 1864. On the 15th, Confederate soldiers headed toward downtown along the Harding Pike to begin the battle. The Confederate general sent the rear guard back to retrieve some wagons and supplies. As these men were traveling back past the mansion, some Federal soldiers in the area caught them, and they fought a quick skirmish across the front lawn of Belle Meade. Today, you can see evidence of that skirmish right here on the porch. These marks on the columns are from the bullets that flew past the house that day. After the Civil War ended, William Giles Harding's eldest daughter, Celine, married a Civil War general named William Hicks Jackson. General Jackson and Celine inherited Belle Meade in the 1880s. Today, as you tour through the house, you will see the home as it looked during the time of General Jackson and Celine, from the 1880s through the early 1900s. You will learn more about the family, especially the Jacksons, and about the family's most famous horses, as well as more about the family during the Civil War years. As last year marked as we are celebrating the 150th anniversary of the Civil War, which began in 1861 and ended in 1865, we will continue celebrating the sesquicentennial until 2015. Thank you for visiting us here at Very good.
Very good.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up. I think the present owner fixed it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is hot for sneaking out.